Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight you have Stu Wally. As usual, tonight we have a lot to go through, a lot of transfer rumors. There are some updates, Man United news. We have, I have some talking points here. We will talk a little bit about Nathaniel Brown from Frankfurt being linked to Man United. There's also some links to Ndiaye, the Everton player. We have gain our interest, and we are apparently going for him in the summer. There's also some updates on Malaysia linked to Porto, and lots of transfer rumors. Okay, this is all I got. Lots of talking points, and we will do the Fulham preview. There were some rumors of Michael Carrick talking, and he is he wants Man United to stay sharp. He wants them to be aggressive. He wants them to stay focused, be hungry before the Fulham game, and he wants them to build the momentum. We will talk a little bit about Michael Carrick's approach into the game. I see a lot of people have tuned in. We have Jarlis here and the Madness. Jamie Wayne, Paul is here. Maybe all of you legends, and we will obviously talk a little bit about the Bodø Glimt beating Atletico Madrid and going through to the playoffs in the final stages of the Champions League. So guys, girls, Stu and I will be back. While you wait, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time, and Stu and I will be back after this short intro. Yes, guys, we are live, Tactical Devils, and I believe I'm lagging a little bit, but hopefully everything will be fine. Dude, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm all right. Just got in from coaching my brother's team, so I thought I'd support the mighty Tipton Towns pre-match top. While I was coaching them, got the whistle out, did a bit of attack and defence. Tonight they were struggling a little bit with their low block, so so we put on a couple of drills for them just to demonstrate the best way to defend with a back four and two holding midfielders against their strikers. So it was a bit of a mix. Good for the strikers to see if they could penetrate into the 18-yard box. As soon as the ball goes in the 18-yard box, that's it. It goes dead. Keeper picks it up, rolls it out to the back four, and I want to see the back four move out. So we did a couple of drills based on that. So they enjoyed it. It was good fun. If they gave the ball away, get down and give me 10. No messing around. No fucking about. Get down and give me fucking 10. So there's loads of 10 press-ups today, but it's all good grounding for them, and it keeps them. I have to give them a bollocking as well because they weren't dressed right. They weren't dressed appropriately. It's 4 degrees. They're coming out in shirts, short sleeve shirts, and that type of thing. You need a training. You need a hat. You need to keep yourself warm. So, but they're good. And
did you force them to address you as Gaffer?
Oh yes, Gaffer only. Gaffer or boss. That's it. No Stuart, Gaffer, boss. That's it. Okay. And the other bit of good news is maybe good news. My little nephew has been asked to play for the Cat 1 Birmingham City Academy. He's got to go for. He's been invited for a trial. So, and I did say to my brother, it is definitely Academy, isn't it? Not development squad. Because if it's development squad, tell him to do that. It's got to be. So it's definitely Cat 1 Birmingham City Academy. So we don't know. I said to Chris, just let him go and enjoy himself. It's just another game of football. Don't try and do too much. So I'll keep you in the loop on that one just to see how he goes. But he's just turned 13, so who knows?
Impressive.
Who knows? It's one of those, isn't it? You get noticed, but you get noticed in a rather small pool, and then you go into a large pool, and that's where the problems start, isn't it? So we shall see. But it's not been about. I really enjoyed it tonight. So I've literally just got back. Look, a bit of a mess, but Mighty.
No. You look fine. You look fine. The Routinator comes in and say 10 likes already. We have Paul Tobin coming in and say, big up Jarvis. Good evening, all. Good evening, Paul. And we have one of our mods. Who's this? Change his name. Dogu Bruno, go.
Sheffield Wednesday. It's outside, isn't it? I keep forgetting which way. Sheffield Wednesday. Yes, this is actually short for twat, everybody, because that's what my teammates call me, twat. That's what SW stands for. Yeah.
Well,
but I love
it.
Yeah, I loved it. It's great, isn't it? Imparting a bit of wisdom. What you learn and what you know. Teaching some 16, 17-year-old boys tonight. So thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ooh, I see Rashmano coming in with some breaking news. Zerbi has handed in his resignation as Marseille head coach, according to French news. Wow, that's big news, because I was actually planning to talk a little bit about this. But Stu, we can go directly into it since it's breaking news from Rashmano, because I saw this one, and Roberto Zerbi in danger of being sacked amid Manchester United interest, and now Rashmano saying the awesome French sources that he's sacked. I don't know. This will eventually just go back on Man United, and we will be linked to Zerbi as the strongest one now, apparently. What do you think? What's your take?
I think resigned before you sacked. It's probably better to resign, isn't it, than get sacked from a workplace. There was rumours around if he didn't make it through to the Champions League, which is dominated, I might add, by English clubs. I might just point that out. The Champions League has been dominated this season in terms of automatic qualification, as well as the mighty Bodø Glimt, who I think, Tipton Town would give them a good run, the mighty Bodø Glimt. But, we'll doff the cap to them at the moment. But look, I think his problem is for him, sacking on your CV is not good. He resigned from Brighton after, was it 2 years at Brighton? And he's done exactly this. He's done exactly the same here at Marseille, 1.5 to 2 years. There's shades of Jose Mourinho, always over a 3-year club man. It always went wrong in year 3. Does it always go wrong in year 2 for Zerbi? I think he's an excellent coach, not for us. He just isn't for Manchester United. He's too volatile. There's no way the board would put up with him, his demands. And we can't afford to him to kick his toys out the pram and resign in 2 years' time. Big red flag for me.
Okay.
I think, like I said, I've got no problem with his coaching style, Jarvis. I think he's a great coach. I do. We've demonstrated it a couple of years ago when he was at Brighton. You demonstrated his plans while he was at Marseille, but he's too much of a hothead for me. He feels like he's about to explode at any given moment. And there was rumours, wasn't there? I don't know whether you must have read and heard them, that his head was on the chopping block if they didn't qualify. He has qualified. And he's, look, me, my favourite saying, people who take the path of least resistance, I'm not interested in, because it doesn't show any kind of spirit or stamina for the role. So if we were deadly serious with him, i.e. the club, Jarvis, if you were deadly serious with him, you'd bring him in immediately, but you would leave Carrick at the helm, but you would bring him in immediately to get to know the club. I don't think we're that serious about Zerbi. I think we've got one or two other irons in quite a small fire at the moment. I don't know.
I think we are, Stu, I have to say, we can't sit on the fence. If we are serious about bringing in a good manager, I think Zerbi should definitely be one of the contenders. Okay, if Carlos Ancelotti accepts, then we can't take Zerbi. But for me, I think he's definitely top 3 of the managers I want in this club as the next man. I think he has the pedigree. I think he's a Premier League experienced. I think he can work on a budget. I think he's a really good coach, and I think he could actually do the job as head coach, not the manager.
Yes.
So I think he ticks a lot of boxes for me when I
a
look at it.
hugely strong director of football, mate. The old mate. You'd have to have a very, very strong and powerful director of football. There was no fucking about with Brighton, was there? There was a chain of command, and that was it. You don't break that chain of command at Brighton. We don't have that solid chain of command at Manchester United. Him and Wilcox I mean, he would eat Wilcox for breakfast.
Yeah.
He really would.
Well, I think we need a strong man. We can't let Wilcox do everything. We need some not just yes men for me. I feel now that the fan base, we are all of us are very happy with Michael Carrick. We are. Myself included. Stu is happy. All of you guys are happy with Carrick, and it feels like a little bit of betrayal. Talking about other managers because we want to stay loyal to the guy in charge, Carrick, right now. But I don't know how long this honeymoon period will last. I don't know if they will find him suitable in the long run. We've been down this road before, and for me, I think this is the biggest problem. We have been down this road before. Are we going to take the chance, and are we willing to take the chance, and are we in a place to take the chance on Carrick again? Because if this fails,
I think Zerbi puts us in a 2-year cycle. That's my only worry with Zerbi now. I don't know where he was before Brighton, my old mate. I don't think many of us knew about him, did we? Before Brighton, did we? Did he come across people's radars before Brighton? Doesn't really matter anyway, because he developed.
They knew about him. Yeah,
he developed brilliantly about Brighton. But if he has a 2-year cycle,
you followed Champions League, and it was the Ukraine team, the orange one.
The orange and black. Yeah, Dynamo Zagreb, or no, not Zagreb. But I know which one you mean. Yeah, Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar. Yeah. So we have heard about him.
Before if he's only got a 2-year cycle, if he was only 2 years at Shakhtar, 2 years at Brighton, 2 years at Marseille, we don't want him. That's my worry. He's got to be. We must have a manager that walks through the door that offers stability and longevity. We must go for a 5-year plan with a gaffer. We have to do it, and we've got to see it through this time. I don't want any more 2-year, 3-year cycles. I've had enough of it. It's no good for anybody. It's no good for the players. It's no good for the club. It's no good for anybody.
Stu, I just gonna shoot in when it comes to this. A 2 or 3 year cycle isn't necessarily wrong. The wrong thing is we have to rebuild and reset and start over and a completely different path every time. So for me, it's more about picking the right type of managers. They can stay for 2 years. I don't mind if we change and someone who can come in and just take over and continue what's already there. We can't start a new rebuild every time. I think this is where the problem lies.
No, I agree, because we haven't had that. We haven't had that succession of a manager that can do that. So red flag for me.
Fair enough.
But at the end of the day, Jarvis, there's only 2 or 3 out there that can come in and do the job. We know this. We know there's only a couple that have really got the stones to do it, and I believe he does. But I think he comes with a bit of angst. But at the end of the day, if he is free now and we are serious about wanting to Zerbi, don't piss about and wait till June. What's the point? There's no fucking point. It's like Raheem Sterling yesterday. I'm not saying we go for him, by the way, but he'll be able to go to a Burnley or a West Ham or somewhere like that tomorrow. He's done the right thing. He's bought himself out of his contract, or he's done a deal with Chelsea about his contract. Now he's a free agent. He can start negotiating, and away he goes. Raheem Sterling comes in, adds a lot to the people's attack. I don't care what anyone says. He adds a lot to the attack. He'll add goals because he can score goals. And at the end of the day, this is where we are at now in football, and we don't act. Have we even spoken to? I'm not saying we should do Alonso now. More than anybody, Jarvis. I warned about Alonso going to Real Madrid, didn't I? I said today, another season because you're just going to ruin your managerial career. Now, we don't know where he'll end up. He'll probably end up at Liverpool, probably, I would say. But I don't know ultimately where he'll end up.
I agree. Your phone is beeping.
Yeah, it's all right. It can stay beeping. And that's the thing for me. Does that, where does he arrive? What does Luis Enrique do? Does he hop on a plane and go to Real Madrid? We don't know, do we? We don't know where he's going to end up. What does Nagelsmann do? Although he's not done enough for me yet for Nagelsmann to come in.
No.
There are these managers out there that are likely to become available that we may be interested in. A lot of people are telling me that Klopp is a stone wall to go to Real Madrid. Who knows? I don't know, but Arbeloa can't cope with it.
Do you think Klopp will go into management again after?
He said he didn't want to, didn't he?
I don't know. He just said he didn't have more to give. That's why he quit. As far as I know.
Yeah, I mean, the Premier League is hugely demanding. We know that. It ages a manager like that, doesn't it? It really just ages a manager like that. We've seen it with Manchester United managers, with other managers in the past. They just they age overnight. And I think, maybe the Premier League was enough for him. It was too fast paced for him, and it was enough for him. And if he goes to Real Madrid, it's a more of a more relaxed solution, isn't there? So maybe he goes there. But look, Real Madrid might be looking at Zerbi, pal. I might think he's perfect for them. If that's the case, then Real Madrid won't piss about and they'll snap him up. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying there's an opportunity for him. Interesting times. Again, football delivers that, doesn't it, daily?
Yeah, 100%. Stu, this one, I want to talk a little bit about this. There was a report today coming out, and it was about Michael Carrick. Manchester United told Michael Carrick quite clearly that they will run the permanent managerial process while he's in the job, and with the hope that he can build the continuity towards whoever comes in. So they are seeing this as a long-term plan. And regardless of what Michael Carrick does, several candidates will be interviewed, but Carrick can't force his way into the conversation with a good run of form. So, everything is open at the moment. I know what I want to do, but can we risk it? That's just what I'm thinking.
Well, the problem for me is, candidates will be interviewed.
Yep.
Why are you going to interview your next manager? Who do you want? Why do you want him? What's his pedigree? Go and get him. You don't need to interview a manager because he's going to come on, Jarvis. He's going to get his laptop out. And he's going to get his fucking PowerPoints out. Well, I'm going to do this under Ten Hag. It was rubbish. Under Amorim with 3 at the back. They should have gone 4 at the back. And here's what I would have done, etc., etc., etc. I could do a PowerPoint presentation, go into the board of Manchester United and look good. So could you. We want somebody who's going to walk through the door, who doesn't need to present. He doesn't need to interview because you know what you're getting. It says exactly what it says on the tin. There used to be tons of managers like that around that you know what you were going to get, and they fitted certain jobs. Allardyce fitted Bolton like a glove. Pulis fit Stoke like a glove. Klopp fit Liverpool like a glove. Fergie fit United like I could go on. These managers fit clubs, certain clubs like a glove, and then when you move them on, like unfortunately Moyes was moved in way too early at Manchester United, it's a real problem. And so who is it you want? Don't go interviewing 6 or 7 candidates. What is the point? What can 6 managers say 6 different things to the club?
Well, it's Sir Jim. It's about his chemistry, and you've been clear on this before. I think it's about they are interviewing a guy they want to work together, and they need to be able to communicate and have a day-to-day business. It's not just about Man United; it's more about them. So again, as we said, a lot of this is an ego project from the guys on top.
It is an ego project, pal. When you bring somebody into the chemicals industry, interview them by all means. Go ahead. Give him a thorough interview. You don't need to interview for a job at Manchester United. You are the chosen one. We choose you. Real Madrid, we choose you. Barcelona, we choose you. Manchester United, we choose you. You don't choose us. We choose you. That's how it should be. And that way you get a massive set of gonads walk through the door because we have chosen you. We haven't gone around interviewing. We haven't gone around saying, oh, what can you tell me about Bruno Fernandes and his positional play? Oh, for fuck's sake. Because, you know, what is an interview with football? What do you know about Man United?
Yeah.
Do you know
basically, Mourinho said it about all of these hipster young managers. You know, he laughed about them. You know, he said it's all about winning by all means.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You can listen to
it. You know, it's not about the tactics, what you can do, formations, and all of this stuff. It's just about winning football games.
And win the fucking game.
Yeah.
I mean, Fergie would always say, and loads of managers say, if you're one down with 15 minutes to go, what the fuck are you bringing a defender on for? There you go. Just put a fucking attacker on. Honestly, mate, I know I'm on one, but I laugh at stuff like that because it's not like you or me recruiting for another director to come onto the board, is it? Because we need to know certain things. You know, can you win us football matches? Can you win us the league? You know, that's all I'm interested in. So, we shall see, my old mate, on that one.
We shall see.
I know you want Zerbi in, and I've got no.
I'm not saying that I want Zerbi in. This is not what I'm saying. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm saying he should be one of the candidates because he's that good. And we should aim for the best managers. And in my eyes, he's one of the best managers.
Yes.
And we can all talk about him.
Let me tell you something. I'm sorry to cut over you, but I'm going to give you a lot of kudos here, mate. I really am. My old mate, you haven't just spoken about Zerbi, you've demonstrated Zerbi. That's a big difference. I could talk about Zerbi all night, but you've demonstrated him, and you've demonstrated to me, you've demonstrated to Devilish Tacticos what he does is so intelligent on a football pitch. You have demonstrated that, so you've got absolutely no reason to even give me any explanation as to why, because you have demonstrated to me why Zerbi could be an important and integral part of Man United. My only drawback, and it's my only thing, I don't want to be a 2-year gaffer. Seriously, I don't want it anymore. You know, I want him to come, develop us, and take us to somewhere before he chucks
I think his will to win is probably what's holding him back. We have seen this. We've seen it with Conte, same type of temperament. But I think to be a winner, you have to be a little bit controversial, you know. Most of these guys are, you know, you look at Pep when he loses, look at Klopp when he lost games, look at Fergie when he lost games. You know, they don't like it. They go mental as soon as they lose a game. They go at the players, they go at the referee, they go at everyone. Everyone is a target because they won't have it. You know, so that's just the way it is. And with the Zerbi's temperament, okay. He has a temperament, but that's because he's a winner. He lives, he sleeps, he breathes, he eats football. That's everything he do in life. You know, he's ultra focused. So for me, one of the best candidates. But there are others, and also Carrick is one of them. But he needs to convince us all in the long run. Yes, we have a question from Paul coming in and say, Jarvis, should we get the manager of Bodø Glimt? Might as well if you think the Zerbi should be on the list. Well, I mentioned the Bodø Glimt manager more than a year ago as a guy we should probably think of getting in. But, you know, he needs to do the same thing as he did with Bodø Glimt with another team before he takes the next steps. That will be Manchester United. So maybe for the future, but not in this stage. Not in this stage. But he's a special kind of guy. And, you know, that's something. I don't know if everybody saw this yesterday. I toot the horn about Bodø Glimt all the time, but yesterday they won against the mighty Atletico Madrid away.
Away in Madrid, I know.
Away in Madrid. People are talking about the AstroTurf and the cold weather and everything, but excuses for me.
He's been linked with the Premier League, hasn't he, Hogue?
Not Norwich, but
oh, sorry,
they
Norwich,
can't accept a deal from Norwich now when they're going into the Champions League playoffs. No.
How old is
he? 26, maybe 25, 26.
Great for
Kasper Høeg, the Danish guy.
Yeah, fair play. Scored again, didn't he? Yeah. No, fair play. Look,
yeah, he scored again. Yeah.
This is where you love football, though, isn't it? Because I always say to I was saying to lads tonight,
25, by the way, 25.
Football challenges you in many different ways, but when you get that win and you come off and you're absolutely elated, nothing better than to win. But you will be challenged along the way, and as Manchester United fans, we get challenged daily, don't we? Oh, fucking 1 minute we're high, 1 minute we're fucking down, 1 minute we're up, 1 minute we're fucking down. Come on, we're all now super excited for Sunday.
We are, but Stu, I have something more I want to show you, because
we are the champions.
Bodø Glimt, they have a local radio in Bodø. Bodø is a small city up in the north. About 50,000 people live there. So it's a fishing village, to say it nice.
Yeah.
It's out with the open sea. You have the Atlantic Ocean coming right into Bodø. It's always windy there. It always rains. It always snows. It's terrible, but they can play football. And this is on Norwegian radio, the local radio of Bodø. I hope I don't get flagged for this, but I want to play it for you guys. I just want to.
So we get flagged. Who cares? Fuck it.
You got to listen to it. This is the commentator. It's on Norwegian, but I think you will get the gist.
Patrick Bergfort! Her setter Patrick Bergfort! Og så avslutninga! Det er redning! Og retur! Den må jo i mål, da, dere! Den må jo i mål! Ja da! Den går i sluttemål! Den går i mål! Kasper Høeg skårer for Bodø Glimt! Vi har tatt ledelsen i Madrid! Vi har snudd kampen! Vi leder 2-1 mot Atletico Madrid! Det er ikke til å tro! Det er altså den verste klappeballskåringa av Zerbi mitt tid. Det er 3, 4, 5 stykker som prøver å bare få den ballen over streken. Og det er ingen som får den avslutninga. For det til slutt ramler ned hos Kasper Høeg.
Is he taking the breath yet? What happened when you got the winner? Fucking hell. Was he taken to hospital with a fucking heart attack?
They're mad. I don't know if he understood any of it, but
I kind of figured. Yeah, I think I can imagine that he was like jumping around the press box. Look, for us, for football fans, absolutely amazing that they won. It's great. There's something with that. They're in a place where they made the playoffs, haven't they? But I was listening to it on the way back from footy last night, and they were saying at 1 minute you were 24th, then 23rd, then 26th, then 27th, then 23rd, 24th. I mean, you've Bodø Glimt went 5 play up and down like. And then
they jumped up and down, but one of the vital results was Marseille losing. I think that was
Marseille. It's Zerbi, wasn't it? Yeah, Zerbi.
And also the PSV Bayern game, I think, was important. But so I think they were on the last 5 minutes. I think they just needed to win the game at last 5 minutes, because all the other results went their way. And we also saw at the end what happened with Jose Mourinho and Benfica against Real Madrid. The goalkeeper scoring. They needed 1 extra goal.
Yeah, he got the header. They won 4-2, didn't they?
Yes, and the goalkeeper scored in the 95th or 96th minute. So it was quite an evening yesterday with the Champions League, and I was glued to the television. That was something else, So right now, it's been a hell of a couple of weeks. First of all, Bodø Glimt beat Manchester City, United beat Manchester City, United beat Chelsea, Arsenal, and Bodø Glimt beat Atletico Madrid and go through in the Champions League. So, I'm I'm in seventh heaven right now. I'm
Well, you are.
flying.
And we are. I mean, and the man is saying he's still he's still celebrating the City victory, let alone the Arsenal victory. He's not gone to Arsenal yet. So
No.
amazing.
But just to finish off with the Bodø Glimt thing, now they're going into the playoff. They will meet.
Yeah, they do playoff. Yeah.
Tomorrow it will be the drawings. They will meet either Inter or Real Madrid.
Well, you're
Do
not
they
going to be
have a
scared of
chance?
either, are you?
Do they have a chance?
Well, you're not going to be scared of either. Nobody goes to Atletico and win. Hardly.
No.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm delighted for you, mate.
But the thing is, they haven't played. The Norwegian Premier League ended in the end of November, so they haven't played a game since end of November. They only played against Dortmund away. They drew. They played against Manchester City at home and Atletico. So they played 3 games out of season. And now they are up against Inter or Real Madrid. You know, it's madness. It's madness.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed.
And the squad, by the way, the squad is valuated in total £46 million.
I know, it's nothing, is it?
£46 million. That's not even a player for Man United.
We paid Jadon Sancho that much, haven't we?
Yeah, we pay half of that to Casemiro every season.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Isn't it?
Yeah, so it is what it is. But it was a wonderful night. I know this is a Man United channel, but you got to bear with me. I'm Norwegian, so this is just how it is. We have been linked to a couple of players. Let's talk a little bit about transfers. We have been linked to this young guy from Eintracht Frankfurt. I don't know if you heard about him, but a lot of pundits came out, and I will bring up this. Graham Bailey said Manchester United have stepped up the search for a new left back after sending senior scouts to Germany on Wednesday night to watch Eintracht Frankfurt star Nathaniel Brown. So, Stu, do you know anything about this guy?
No, not a thing. I did see that today. I don't know too much about him. He's obviously playing in the German national team by way of that shirt. Which, by the way, as of next year, will no longer be Adidas, will be Nike, which is an absolute fucking disgrace. The German FA decided that Adidas will no longer make the German kit. I think it was debated in Parliament over in Germany. It's that seen as that bad. I don't know about him. He seems to have an English type or Scottish type name, so whether or not he's Musiala-esque in terms of his parents. No, unfortunately, I don't know too much about him, so I wouldn't be able to give you an assessment.
Well, let's just check out Nathaniel Brown. Nathaniel Brown. I bet you not many of us know anything about him. So let's just check out his stats. So he is verifying I'm a human being. Yes, and we're in. So
yeah.
Here we go. He's defender, midfielder, fullback, left-sided. He's young, 22 years of age, almost 23, born in 2003. In the Bundesliga this season, played 18 games, 1 goal and 4 assists, and 8 games in the Champions League, 2 assists. But Frankfurt didn't go through, I think they are out of the Champions League now. They didn't do well. Wages is 43.4k.
4 years left on his contract.
Euros that is. So maybe 35k pounds a week, 37 maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be doable. And when you look at his stats, I've compared him to Luke Shaw. So the green one is Nathaniel Brown, and the purple one is Luke Shaw. So you see it's a better creative output, better attacking output. It's higher on the technical tactical stats. So all in all, by the stats of it, it's better than Luke Shaw. Strengths, tackling, duels, ground duels. Weaknesses is long balls. And I want to go and check out his heat map So let's just compare him to Luke Shaw, because I think that will be the guy who will be replaced. So what's your thoughts on the heat map then?
I think he's too young for us, too inexperienced.
23.
Yeah, too inexperienced. I refer everybody to Malacia. We're supposed to have unearthed a gem in Malacia. I know he got injured. I get it. It hasn't quite worked out for him. I understand that. I don't think when you're playing fullback in the Premier League, we can piss about over in Europe again. I think for the next 2 years we must recruit local. We must, and I'm going to refer you to Kirkes. It was fantastic for Bournemouth. Really struggling for Liverpool. There are players that just can't make it. They can't do it. He would be better off if he comes to Premier League going to Fulham alongside Robinson, working with him and understanding, the league. What we should have done, which we didn't do, and was go and get Aït-Nouri out of Wolves. We didn't do that. We let City have him. And we fucked up. We let Liverpool have Kirkes and we fucked up. So not for me. I'm sure he's a decent player, Jarvis. I'm sure he'll tick a lot of boxes, but he doesn't tick a Premier League box right now. If Carrick gets us into the Champions League and say Zerbi comes or whoever comes in, we are going to need a better, more experienced squad. We can't keep adding 22-year-olds to the defence.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried about that. Yoro, Heaven, Fredrickson. Can't keep adding. We've got to add somebody 25, 26, I'm afraid. We need that bit of experience.
Okay.
Yeah, he has been a disaster, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Football Unfiltered. He has been a disaster. Me and Jarvis were talking about him a few weeks ago. I guess what I was saying was that's the type of player, his Wolves form, we should have tried to get. I just don't think another 22-year-old, if we did that, Jarvis, and we had, say, Yoro playing, Heaven, Brown, we'd have the youngest back four kind of in Premier League history, wouldn't we? They're just not experienced enough. And I don't think it'd be fair on him to come in and replace a Luke Shaw. We need somebody who can come in and hit it's too much money on this. Way too much money.
As Yala says, his market value is 32 million, so we would cost around 45 to 60 million.
But I've got no problem. With him, it's great. But I think if we're going to get him in, and we could get him in for 25 mil, Jarvis, bring him in and let him develop. We need, and we have said this, if we're going to replace a right back and a left back, they've got to be first team, straight in, no pissing about. We don't want to do that. So I would say no on that one personally.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's just rumors by the moment, but. And team talk, yes, never mind. But there are other reports on Nathaniel Brown also, so it's not just Green Bailey.
Yeah.
So big up, Sean, coming in with this. But it's interesting, and I think we need to look for a left back. Especially in the long run, because Luke Shaw's contract will be out summer 2027, so we only have 1 year left. I think we will try to sell him on this summer if possible to get some money for him. Don't you think he's on high wages?
It depends what happens. It depends what happens with Luke Shaw. I would try and move him on in the summer anyway. There's a couple of players I would move on. We know that Casemiro is going, so I would probably try and move Luke Shaw on. I'd maybe extend Maguire's contract. But 100 grand a week in salary, 150 tops. But I would try to move Luke Shaw on and bring in a decent left-sided player, because we do need a good left-sided player.
We do. Robinson is the guy you have been shouting for.
But I'll take him tomorrow. I think he's
29 or
29. So. I know he's had his injury problems, but I'll take him tomorrow. No problem with him. No issue.
Robertson.
Yeah, no problem for me.
Robertson was linked to, was it?
Oh, you're on about, so Robertson was linked to Tottenham. I think it'd be smart move for Tottenham now.
Yeah, but I think Liverpool rejected them.
Well, they will do because Kirkus just ain't doing it, is he?
Yeah.
Smart move. That would have been there for Tottenham. I can see why they would have done that as well.
Yalamalmin says Barcelona wants Brown, so maybe he's a massive. Nathaniel Brown is a massive talent. I don't know much about him, but I see people are talking a little bit. And Paul comes in and have a question: do we need a left back more than a right back? Masraoui has no attacking threat, but focus on the spine, centre backs, and 2 central midfielders.
Yeah, you'd want a right back. But we let a very, very good right back go, didn't we? If you were to look at Wan-Bissaka and his defensive abilities, he'd fit this team perfectly with Carrick. But we let a perfectly good right back go, so we've already done that. So who would you get for right back? I mean, that's the question. Who out there would you consider worthy enough to come and play for Man United at right back? Liverpool potentially in the market because Frimpong's got a long-term injury now, hasn't he? We missed out on Urian Timber, which would have been absolutely perfect for us. Dumfries,
yeah.
We're not going to get, are we? He'll stay at Inter. So
yeah, he's old now anyway. So
he's old, yeah. So who out
he's
there?
a wing back. We don't need wing backs. We need proper fullbacks. Yeah.
So who out there would we consider taking? So I'd be interested to see left back. I'd get Lewis Hall, by the way, out of Newcastle. That would be nice. Or if we could get maybe Lewis Miley. I know he's playing right wing at the moment, but he's a right back.
He can play. He's done it a couple of times for Newcastle. He's still young, When you are young, you are still versatile and you can learn new trades.
Exactly.
So, as long as you have the talents. Football United, Football Unfiltered comes in and say, please United, just give Newcastle whatever they want and sign Tonali.
Nothing wrong with that. He's fantastic.
Reaching for the Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stu is a big fan of Tonali, by the way.
Love him. Fantastic player. Love him. He's brilliant. He was excellent at Wolves, and that was such a dull, dire game. But he was brilliant.
Yeah. How did Newcastle do in the Champions League? Did they qualify directly, or are they going into the?
The playoffs.
I think they're going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the playoffs. Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah. So again, I just want to give a small update before we move on. It's an update from. It's just from League. More confirmation about the Zerbi, that he's leaving, demanded a quitter. So yeah, big up Rush Mano. We have other updates too, and we have been linked to another player, and this is the Everton guy. Ndiaye, yes. I don't know what's your take on Ndiaye. I've seen a little bit from him. I think he looks decent.
I've seen glimpses of Ndiaye, and he does look quite a bit of a live wire, doesn't he, of a player. And I see, but he drifts in and out of the game a bit too much for me. And when he comes back into the game, he's not really delivering. It's a funny one, really. Organs, okay. It depends how much he was available for, to be honest, pal. But how much it would cost if we were to get him, and exactly where would you see him fitting in on a Carrick team?
Yeah,
because
we don't know enough about the Carrick team, so it's hard to say. I know how we set up a mid block and
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Counter attack, but I don't know how we'll do against lesser opposition.
Sunday, massive for us. I think he lacks focus. I totally agree. Football Unfiltered. That's kind of what I was getting at. Just in and out of the game. When he comes back in, he will turn the game, but not necessarily. But at 75 mil, we've got bigger priorities.
No,
we've got bigger priorities.
Yeah. 100%. 75, that's a joke. I don't think we will sign player at that bracket. I feel like we are 60 to 65 million type of signings right now.
We're going to have to spend big on one midfielder, aren't we? Whoever that may be. We'll have to spend big on that. But yeah, I agree with you, Jarvis. I think we're on 60 tops.
Well, not necessarily. Maybe Elliot Anderson is going to City. Wharton is going to Liverpool.
What you hear, isn't it? It's what you
then
hear.
We have Baleba. I think you can negotiate the price down on Baleba, maybe to 65 million.
Yeah, if you could get Stiller alongside him, I think that'd be okay.
Yeah.
I see Fulham, by the way, signed Oscar Bob, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yeah. Oscar Bob, 20. How much was it?
Almost 30. Almost 30 mil.
It's this one. So Ben Jacobs came out and say Oscar Bob completed his 27 million move to Fulham from Manchester City today. City are retaining a 20% sell-on and matching rights. So if it's a hit at Craven Cottage, I think he will go directly back to Manchester City.
Yeah, great move for Fulham.
Yeah, but
Traore's gone the other way, hasn't he? To West Ham. Traore's gone. Oscar Bob's in. Really interesting. Good move. Good move. That really good move.
Yes. And also we have the here we go on Strand Larsen.
Oh, we've got the here we go because it was a bit up in the air, wasn't it?
Well, not according to Fabrizio. I think I saw a here we go. This one. Here we go. At least on the picture says here we go. Crystal Palace agreed a deal to Strand Larsen from Wolves. Here we go. Transfer fee will be 45 plus 5 add-ons. But it's just it's not written down yet. It's not confirmed, but all agree club to club. So I think they are waiting for the striker to be sold.
Good move.
Yeah.
They're waiting to sell what? They're waiting to sell Mateta.
Yeah. Because Nottingham Forest have put in a cheeky bid, but it's not done yet. So the bid comes in and say Nottingham Forest remain in talks for Mateta and believe they have made a competitive bid. Crystal Palace stick to their 40 million valuation as it stands and are anticipating further interest before February the 2nd. And the arrival of Jørgen Strand Larsen on a 50 million pound packet is expected. So, yeah, I think Mateta is going to Forest, but they just need to up their bid.
Why would Mateta go to Forest?
Because Palace is falling apart.
Yeah, but that makes zero sense to me.
Palace is falling apart. That's the only reason. Why would you stay? Everybody's leaving.
Yeah, but Forest are like even in a worse position.
Yeah, but it's like a party. A party when it's late. You see people starting walking out the door, then you go home. You don't want to be the last guy sitting on that party. No.
Forest is a strange one for me. It really is.
Yeah. But it's mostly about salary. So I don't know, Forest. They need to fight relegation, so they will put money into this and do their best to stay up.
Yep.
Their owners are
morons. Yeah. They really are absolute morons.
It is.
Yeah.
They could be relegated according to Sean. Yeah, that's true. But for the moment,
I think he'll go down with Forest. I don't think Mateta keeps them up at all.
Think so?
No, I don't think Mateta keeps them up at all. In fact, Brighton would be a brilliant place for Mateta. Absolutely brilliant place. I think. I do. I don't think that's a great move for Forest, but.
And also, this came out. We have been talking about Ruben Neves so long now, but negotiation at final stage now between Ruben Neves and Al Hilal over a new long-term deal. It's a 3-year contract, so I think we can kiss Ruben Neves goodbye. will never
You
happen.
know, this should tell you the state of our fucking club, shouldn't it? If Ruben Neves isn't of any interest to you, it's just unbelievable.
So yeah, I think we can say for certain that we won't sign any players in January. That's for sure.
I agree. Yeah,
I
agree.
Let's see who else, and we talk about Baleba. I find this a little bit of interest. It's not Baleba, but it's his midfield partner, the Swedish guy Yasin Ayari, and Brighton have rejected now a £20 million bid from Nottingham Forest. If Forest have money stacked up somewhere and maybe up their bid 35-40 million, then they will get Ayari. So maybe it will be more difficult for us to get Baleba in the summer if they sell his midfield partner.
They've got too many fucking players, Forest have. What's he going to do? Because Louise has gone to Villa. That all of a sudden they need a midfield player. I just don't get Forest.
Yeah, but Ayari, he's quality. I really rate
very good player. Yeah, very good player. Yeah, very good player.
I actually would take him at Man United in the 8th.
It wouldn't upset me.
No. I like him. He's young, he's technical, he has that fire.
I like him. But if Forest, fucking hell, again, you see, that really annoys me. If Forest put a cheeky bid in at 20 million, he would definitely. Well, he's better than Ugarte. Okay, let's put it that way. By miles. Again,
the only thing, if we are going to sign a player this January, I don't know if this is ever a possibility, or if he's still injured. I don't know, because I don't follow Pogba. But Monaco looks to part ways with Paul Pogba already, so they are just releasing him. So he will be a free agent, same as Ryan Sterling.
Well, he's gone, Andy Sterling. He's, he'll pop up somewhere like at West Ham or somewhere like that. It'd be brilliant for West Ham.
Yeah.
He'll pop up somewhere like that.
But I think isn't he still injured, Paul Pogba?
I've got zero interest in Pogba. I mean zero interest. He was given a lifeline at Monaco and he's done nothing with it. So,
yeah. He was. It's sad. Actually, Pogba was such a massive talent.
Right, yeah, ruined career. Absolutely.
I don't know where it went wrong, but nothing happened with him. No. I think this is up for discussion. Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs was lined up in the Premier League Hall of Fame alongside Alan Shearer before facing trials for domestic abuse. We all know about this. So he's always snubbed to come into the Hall of Fame. Do we have any?
You reap what you sow in life, my old mate. The old phrase is "fuck around and find out." He fucked around and he found out. Absolute travesty. Should have been the first name in the Hall of Fame inductee. We know that.
Yeah.
In terms of the Premier League, the most decorated Premier League player ever. So yes, he should have been an absolute shoo-in, but he's got a nasty side to him when it comes to women. It's been well documented what he's done, how he's been, and it's bitten him on the arse, unfortunately. I don't know why it's come out now, and I don't know why people, the tele-football, wherever they are reporting on it, because there are certain players in there. I don't even think, I could be wrong here, because I don't pay no attention to the Hall of Fame. But I don't even think Dennis Irwin's in the Hall of Fame. Gary Neville got in front of him, and even Gary Neville was embarrassed about the fact that he's gone in front of Dennis Irwin. So, Giggs has only got himself to blame. You reap what you sow as an individual, as a man, and he lost his Welsh, the Wales job for it. He can only mess around with Salford City because nobody will touch him because of what he's done. I'm sorry. He's only got himself to blame.
Yeah, but I think he still deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. It's not a whole woke or anything, you know. I have nothing to do with what he did. Domestic abuse, I hate it. I hate stuff like that. But
Yeah.
as a footballer, you know, he was fantastic. He was one of our best in all time.
He was a brilliant player, but he's let himself down. But I look, you know, people will point at John Terry. I think John Terry's in there, isn't he? Ashley Cole, I think they're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so they're also kind of a double standards, is what you're
saying.
saying.
There is double standards, you know. His race, you know, there was race allegations, wasn't there, against Terry, and there was race allegations against Ashley Cole, and they're in the Hall of Fame. So, you know, maybe you could look at it from that point of view. But look, I hate domestic violence with a passion. I think any man that hits a woman, yeah, you've got no place on this planet for me. You know, I think it's a disgrace. If you're getting beat up by a woman, just walk away.
Yeah,
just walk away.
100%. Stephanie comes in and say, "Is there a hall of shame?"
Well, yes, that should where it should be. I mean, if there's a hall of shame, actually, most of the Premier League would be in it, wouldn't they? You know, look at our old number 11. You know, he's going to face similar problems as to what he did and what we heard, and none of us could get past that. A brilliant footballer. We'd still live at Manchester United today, you know. But the bottom line is, he's got a history of paying off and getting those super solicitors, hasn't he? I think it's a bit deeper to that, unfortunately. But anyway,
yeah,
that's my thoughts. I don't like it. You know, there's never any smoke without fire for me. Never.
No, well, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is guilty.
Don't forget, you can be Steven Gerrard, punch somebody on camera and still get away with it. So there you go. And we've seen it. We all saw him do it. You know, when he got away.
We all did. Coming on to the next transfer news, Sekou Kone, we know this, but now it's official. He will join Ineos' own club, Lausanne, on a loan until the end of the season. So I think it will be good for him to play some regular first-team football against grown-ups. Maybe he will develop. Hopefully, he will have a good loan and get a lot of game time and come back and maybe be part of the Man United squad in the beginning of next season. At least he will be prepared when we go into preseason, and we will see more from Sekou Kone. You know, we heard so many good things about him. But we don't know yet because we haven't seen him in competition against the best.
We haven't seen him in anger. We need to see the man in anger. But, you know, maybe before, you know, just after he busted his eye socket, maybe he was on the fringes, and maybe something before he busted his eye socket. So, look, you know, ultimately, we know what Woodgate did. We saw that he got away with it as well. You know, the old footballers get away with it. I wish him the best, Sekou Kone, because I'd like to see him because he looks a big, strong, powerful boy, and looks a talent. Same with Thwaites. I'd like to see Thwaites.
Thwaites, yes. Yeah. I think it will suit this Carrick system perfectly. Stu, I notice I'm lagging all the time. I will just try to drop out and come in again, do a couple of comments, and I will be back before you know it.
Yeah, you seem all right. Paul Tomin's talking about Anthony. Absolutely, Anthony's another one that was accused and nothing came of it. Look, you know, money talks in life. I'm not just talking in football, it talks in any kind of celebrity where people are accusing people of things and nothing ever comes to pass, does it? Because, you know, a lot of them are paid off. We know they're paid off. We're not saying anything particularly wrong or contentious here. We know when you've got money, it buys you a lot of things, and it also buys you silence. And I think that's what's happened in a lot of these cases. The fact of the matter is with Giggsy, he's our most decorated footballer, and he's he was an outstanding player, but he couldn't control whatever it was going on in the off field, and so it's just one of those. A guy battered my female friend. Yeah, exactly. Whatever you did, Jamie, he deserved it, in my opinion. Let's have a look. Tyrone says Jimmy Thwaites' quality reminds me of young Scholes. Absolutely, I think he's fantastic player. Stu, will you go into the coachings more, seeing as you've got the bug at the minute? I really enjoyed tonight. I really enjoyed tonight. So I might do a little bit more. I want to play though as long as I can. I'm 56 next month. Well, in a couple of weeks actually. So I want to keep playing. At least I'm 60. Maybe even beyond that if the old legs will carry me. But I did really enjoy coaching. I haven't coached for a couple of years properly, and I really did enjoy coaching. So I'm going to try and do more coaching for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Hopefully it's better. I felt that I was lagging a little bit, and it's not good. Something off with my computer. Maybe I should just buy me another one. Faster one, because you have all this footage and all these browsers up at once.
Probably, yeah. It's probably just you've included Dash.
Well, I updated the machine right now, but I still lag. I still have a slight lag, so you just got to bear with me. I can't fix it now, so let's just move on with the show. There's also some updates. I have 2 more updates, and this is a quite funny one. It's about politics. I don't know if you saw it. We have been linked to China. So
are we?
Yes, we have been. The president of China, Xi Jinping, says that he's a Manchester United supporter. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
What's the story?
I don't know. I think he's just said so in an interview or something. Yeah. It's not easy to have an opinion about everything, but.
Well, Jarvis, my opinion to that is whoopee-doo. Got on there. Wow, joy. Fucking hell. I mean, this is where I go off on journalism. Oh, fucking hell. When I was in Taipei last year, guys, I thought, there was about 50 or 60 Man United fans in this one bar, and it's like, wow, I should have gone breaking news. 60 Taiwanese Man United fans circled in at E-bar to watch a game, things like that. It's ridiculous. Look, you're going to put your hand in your pocket there, Mr. Xi, and, come and invest in the club, pay for our new stadium out of China's wealth. Come on and do it. But, wow.
Well, we don't want to be state-owned. That's the thing.
No, we don't. But the Red Army, yes, that'd be about right. The Red Army, yeah.
Yeah, it will have another meaning.
Yeah, interesting. I think we've done. It was clearly a political thing, wasn't it? Because it didn't Starmer meet with him or something, and I think we signed a few contracts, haven't we, to do some trade between the UK and China.
Yeah, but I think that's a no for me. I don't want Chinese owners. Nothing against the Chinese, but it's politics. I don't want to mix politics and football. I don't think it's a good mix. Also, this came out. FC Porto are still interested in signing Malaysia from Man United. The 26-year-old will be a free agent in the summer. So, what's your thoughts?
Wish him my best. It goes for my best. I don't dislike the guy. I wish him all the very best. Time to move on. Go and start your career somewhere else. You made enough money at United. I don't begrudge him a single penny he's earned with our club. That 2 years out must have been absolutely pure hell for him. And he's still there. So fair play to him.
And still today we don't know
exactly what happened.
What actually went on, his injury, the operations. He went back to.
Probably a good read. His book. Probably his book will be a good read in about 20 years' time.
Yeah.
But no, all the best for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alex says he will let Malaysia go right now to Porto. Actually,
yeah, go now. Let pay him off. Give him his money. He's earned every penny in my opinion. Go ahead, mate. I've got no issue with Malacia at all. No problem whatsoever.
But we do this, you know.
Towards Malacia.
But we saw, for example, Chelsea now releasing Raheem Sterling, probably paid him off and just let him go. So again, why do we do this? Why do we keep players around and not playing them? You know, might as well just say, let him go. You know, try to strike a deal. Maybe we can save a month's wage or something and just pay him off.
I've said this before, right? You know, with Sancho, you may as well just pay him off because you've got to pay him anyway.
Yeah.
You've got to pay the guy, so you may as well just pay him off. Because if he stays, you've got to pay him. So just pay him.
Yeah.
Get gone.
At least you save on soups and bread, you know, in the cantina of Carrington.
Yeah, just do it.
One less mouth to feed.
You know, we're going to have a lot of money in the summer. A lot of money. Casemiro, Sancho. Jesus Christ, it's 30 million alone a year saved. Alone.
Yeah.
Just on that. Money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. Yeah.
Last update for the evening, and this is on Tyler Fredrickson, is set to stay at Man United this month after trying to get a loan move. But he had a calf issue injury, so no one wants him, and that's a shame because I think he needs more experience. Good player, I think he has a hell of a future, but you know, now is the vital year. So if he can't play football, you know, he will stagnate. Unfortunately for him, I don't think you can develop playing for the under 18s or under 21s.
Those days are gone. Those days are over. I would imagine the shock that the Fletcher boys and old Shea Lacey had when they turned out with their 21s the other day. It must have been a shock to the system. Fucking hell, this is easy compared to playing away somewhere. So, no, yeah, good luck to the guy. I've got no issue with Malacia. I really haven't. I think, yeah, good luck to the kid. In my opinion, thank you for whatever, but yeah, go and enjoy. Go and play football. Absolutely, go and play football.
Okay, now we have done with the news, all the talking points. There's nothing left to cover. Maybe if there's been some breaking news lately, but if you guys have any updates, just put them in the chat and I will bring them up. But now it's time to go to the Fulham game and talk a little bit about what's to come. We have Fulham coming up. Marco Silva. Fulham is a strong team. They have been doing really well lately, and you know, I think a lot of people feel that this will be maybe the easiest game out of the last three. But I beg to differ. I see Fulham. I saw them beating Brighton 2-1 at home. They lost 1-0 against Leeds the week before. They won against Middlesbrough in the Cup 3-1. They beat Chelsea at home 2-1. They drew against Liverpool 2-2. So only one loss, one draw, and 3 wins in their last 5. So they are in really good shape at the moment. They have players back from injury. Jimenez is doing well now. Robinson is back. Harry Wilson is the player on form. He's doing really well.
He's on fire, Harry Wilson.
Harry Wilson, yeah. So again, you know, what can actually go on? Do we need to be careful going up against Fulham on
we are going to have to put in, it's 2:00 Sunday, we are going to have to put in a stubborn performance, and it's time to bring in Mr. Sesko, because Anderson at the back will just he'll eat Cunha, because Cunha will play, we know that, because of Dorgu missing. And I think Abumo and Cunha will be quite an easy afternoon's work for him if we go along with the football. If we don't go along with the football, then he might suffer a little bit. But they've got a really solid, big boys at the back, haven't they? They've got that Calvin Bassey. They've got Anderson, they've got Lukic in the middle of the park, they've got Sanderberger, he's a big
Luckily
unit.
for us, Lukic is injured. He's not playing on Sunday.
I didn't know that. Thank God for that.
So it will be Iwobi and Sanderberg in the double pivot.
Iwobi has a habit, though, of fucking pissing us about, doesn't he, Wavy? He's a fucker. Harry Wilson's on form, scored in the opening game, didn't he? In our first game. He got the opening goal, didn't he, Harry Wilson? I'm sure he did for Fulham.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an easy game, but I'm looking for us to dominate a stubborn team, and we're going to have to be as stubborn as Fulham. I think it'll be an easy victory in the end, but I think we're going to lock horns on this one, Jarvis. It's going to be very, very Leeds-esque in the way that the middle of the park's going to be quite rough and ready, a lot of tumbles. I think they're going to go in hard at our back four. We need to go equally as hard with their back four. Game for Sesko for me. You need somebody up there, tall, strong, big, who's going to cause Anderson and Bassey some problems. If you don't, they'll have an easy afternoon. And that's not because Mbeumo can't play football or Cunha can't play football. We're just not tall enough. We're not big enough. We're not strong enough. And so we're going to need to play Sesko on that one, I'm afraid. We're going to have to run with a back four, as always. Casemiro, we'll play the holding role alongside Mino and Bruno. I suspect is what you'll see, and then it's what he does. It's what he does up top.
I think you touched a lot of points, but let's bring up the tactical board and do our thing. I set up a team. I don't know if any of you can see this. Maybe it's too small, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Maybe I can try to enhance it a little bit. No, now it's just a mess. Do you see the names now, Stu? On the Yeah, I think you guys.
That was better.
Yeah. So again, the predicted lineup for Man United, I think it goes without saying. Lammers in goal, Luke Shaw, Martinez, Maguire, and Dalot back four. Mainu and Casemiro the pivot, and Cunha on the left, Ahmad on the right, Bruno in the 10, and Mbeumo in the 9. So yeah, I think that goes without saying.
I think he plays that. Doesn't work for me on this occasion. But I think he plays that team 100%. Totally with you. But you've got to play Sesko for me, and I think you might have to sacrifice Ahmad. I'm afraid.
Oh, so you go Mbeumo on the right, and you move in Sesko. Okay.
Yeah, the big lads. Anderson's bullied a lot of forwards this year, Jarvis. He's scored me a shitload of fucking points on the FPL. Yeah. You've mentioned that yourself, which means he's dominated games, Jarvis. He's dominated. He's been aerially dominant. He's been on the deck dominant. He's been physical. We need a physical body up front. The way that Arsenal got at us was by corners. Fulham are a little bit more cuter. You've got Smith Rowe playing very well at the moment. Van der Berge. You've already mentioned Harry Wilson. Jimenez, he's found a bit of form, hasn't he? I'm not too bothered about Jimenez up front. I don't think they can really cause us too much danger aerially. But Harry Wilson, if you get him on his left foot, fella, fucking hell, he knows where the goal is. But they're superb at going forward from the wing backs. Robertson and Castagna are brilliant. They're both solid. They're very good. Robertson's he's quick. He's a good crosser. Castagna the same. We need to be careful about that, which is why I think Mbeumo and Cunha are better out wide to help. And I believe I agree. I think it'd be Dalot and I think it'd be Shaw.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to penetrate us, try and get down the wings. But I think we'll be very, very good on the turnover as well. I think Mainu in there, Casemiro, Bruno would be good on the turnover. We are losing a little bit of pace with Ahmad not being there. I just think for me, we're better balanced with Sesko in the top because I want him to push. You know what I like? I want to set the forward, Jarvis. I'm like a broken record. I want to in the 18-yard box. And then what you're likely to come back with is correct. The press was brilliant. And Mbeumo through the middle was great at the press, side-to-side press. Sesko's got to put that work in. He's got to do that work, fella. you know, if you're up there, I want you to split Anderson and Bassi. Have you got Bassi in? Oh, you got Quenza.
No, it's Quenza who's been playing in the last couple of games. I'm not.
Yeah.
So Muniz is injured. Sasa Lukic is injured, and Kenny Tete. He's also been a centre back. He's also injured.
Yeah,
so,
I knew Tete injured. I thought Bassi was playing actually, which is great. But Quenza's a decent stopper. He's all right. He's not bad.
It's not terrible.
No,
he's a big lad. He's 190 centimeters. So
he's their weak
Spanish guy.
Yeah, he's their weak link. I'd agree. Yeah, you'd have Kenny Tete in there any day. But I want to see him split the centre back and the full backs and the two centre backs. So he's going to have to work.
By the way, this is Quenza, the last couple of games. So against Brighton, he got a 7.2 lead, 6.7, 7.7. So he's done okay for you see a lot of green.
Yeah,
he's doing all right. He's playing well.
Right. But he hasn't come up with
and you see he played full 90, 90, 90, play one half, 90, 90, 90, 90. So I think we can almost say for certain that he will start this game. Yeah.
I just want to see aggression from us. I want to see us start on the front foot, finish on the front foot. But it'll be I think it's going to be a dogfight, to be honest. Fulham are a great team. I like Fulham.
The Primat comes in and gives you a question. So could Masraoui get the start instead of Dalot?
He could. But for someone like this, I think I will play Dalot.
Okay. I'm not sure, I'm a little bit torn. But Dalot had a good game, but
pretty much he'll start, I think, with Dalot, and I think he was all right against Arsenal. He got his defensive side of his game okay. He wasn't bad at all with the defensive side of it. We know that Chukwueze is a fucking tricky back. I mean, you don't really know what you're going to get with him. He reminds me of Traore, actually. You don't know what you're going to get with him. Very direct. Iwobi, he's another one. Iwobi's he's a funny fucker, isn't he, Iwobi? Yes. He'll be rubbish one minute, and great the next. He's a funny one. The thing with Fulham is they're a solid unit, and units are difficult to break through. They're like a big block of silver.
Yeah, we've seen it with ourselves now the last couple of games. You play like a unit.
Yeah, they're like a big block of silver, Jarvis. You've just got to keep drilling and drilling and drilling and drilling until eventually you get through it. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. But I'm going to go with a 3-1 victory for us. But I think we'll find it okay in the end. I think we'll get over the line. But for me, it's got to be Sesko. However, he will go with Sesko on the bench. Pal Ahmad will play, and then Mbeumo will be through the middle. The only change I foresee is what you've done, and that's Cunha.
Yeah. So let's just end that and put Mbeumo on top.
I agree with your initial.
Carrick starting 11. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. But for me, I would run Sesko for those reasons. Sesko could also, where you'd want him ideally is to drop in between Iwobi, Anderson, Berger, and Quenza. You'd want him right in the middle there, and then you'd have Cunha push up between Wilson and Castagna, Ahmad pushing up between Chukwueze and Robertson, and then you'd have Mbeumo and Bruno, kind of like side by side, really. So you'd have to go with Maino and Bruno side by side because obviously we're pushing Mbeumo in between. Yeah. So,
but Fulham could actually do something like this. Put Sander Berge as the centre back, play with the back five, and just
that would
because usually they would use someone like Kenny Tete, someone to invert and be the wing back, but they don't have the personnel in this game. I don't think Wilson can go down and be, or not Chukwueze either. So again, I think maybe it will be Sander Berge, dropping in and be that extra.
If we can push Sanderberg there, we'll have a much easier afternoon of it.
Yeah.
If we can keep him back as deep as possible.
I think
We'll have
so.
a really easy afternoon. If we can't, and we allow him the space, and we know how dangerous he can be with the ball and how he drives, it'll be more of a difficult afternoon. But it's what we do in that final third in terms of our zonal pressing and our physical pressing. And as soon as we win the ball back, we get around it.
But
Can
Stu,
we take the chance and score?
When you think of it, I'm almost certain, knowing Marco Silva and he's from the Portuguese school of football, very Jose Mourinho-esque, when it comes to setting up his teams. He thrives with balance. I think balance is what he goes for, and they like to stay in possession. They like to have the ball if possible. But whenever an opening is there, let's say we push up, for example, with Martinez and something, and there will be, let's say, an opening in this area, they will go directly, and they will have willing runners, people who will try to go counterattack, and basically do most of the things we did against Arsenal and Manchester City.
Yeah. Wilson is going to occupy the area you got shaded.
Yeah.
100%. He will occupy that, but he also plays really tight to the touchline, doesn't he, on occasions?
Yeah.
But he will occupy mainly. He's looking for that space that you are. I agree with you in terms of where Fulham might try and hit us, and they will go long. That's why.
And Chukwueze, he can run. He's so quick. And Dalot will actually, I think this is why maybe we should start Dalot, because Dalot has more pace than Masraoui.
Well, for the first 20, 25 minutes, Jarvis, you'd want Dalot where you've got him. You'd want him in that circle where you've got him. You want him in that zone, not pushing too forward just yet, and utilise Bruno, Mainu, and Bumu, Ahmed, and Cunha to be our focal point up front. And then as we ease into the game, and I agree with you, I think you've got to push Berg back, personally. I think you've got to make him.
Yeah, the role will be 100%, and Bumo and Bruno will try to stop Sander Berge on the ball. That's the same we did as Rodri,
exactly. I think you've got to make Berg into a third centre half. I totally agree with you, mate.
We will push him. He will need to drop all the way down to receive the ball.
Because there's a couple of things about that. Is Leno's not a bad shot stopper for a start. He's quite good. He gets down well. So he's not the worst goalkeeper in the world, Leno. And I think it's proven, hasn't it, with some, like you say, some of their results. They don't concede a huge amount of goals, do they? But we've got to be able to. The key elements will be Cunha's running power, Ahmad's crossing ability with his right foot, which unlikely to do, pal. Whether or not we can contain Berger. Sorry, Berge. I said Berger there, didn't I?
That's how we say it in Norwegian. Sander Berge.
Sander Berge. But while we're doing that, we can looking after the likes of Castagna, Chukwueze, Robinson, and that. We're allowing Smith Rowe potentially to roam, and that could
he will roam. But if you look at the box midfield I set up here, the box with these guys, and we will overload them then with, even if Jimenez drops down, Sander Berge is deeper. So I think one of the key elements in all of this, and Bruno needs to stop Sander Berge, and he can't play the ball forward to Iwobi or Smith Rowe and get them involved in the play. We will also have Kobe Mainu and Casemiro covering them all the time. So how we will force.
I want to agree with you on something, mate. Now, Berger's got the ability to just put, where you push that ball into the final third, just before area 14. Iwobi, the bastard. Have you ever noticed him? He'll go towards Berg, and then he'll flip.
Yeah,
he'll go in, and then he'll go out.
Exactly
right. He'll go in and go out. And if Mainu doesn't get, and how many times did he do that last season? He got in 3 times last season by doing that. Twice, I think. In where did we play Fulham? 3rd game, something like that. 3rd or 4th game. Never we played.
Right. Yeah.
He got in 2 or 3 times. Then he's a funny fucker. Is Iwobi. Smith Rowe glides more. The difference between Iwobi and Smith Rowe is Iwobi will pound you with pace. Smith Rowe will do you with a bit more guile. And you talk about Sander Berge a lot, but he is the quintessential football quarterback, isn't he?
He
thrives. He can deliver from where he is, and that's our best way to contain him, in my opinion.
But you see the dilemma I put up here. I wasn't done in what I was talking about, because the dilemma will be, if Sander Berge drop down, the centre back will split and go wide. So what do you do with Ahmad and Cunha? Are you pressing the centre backs, or are we sitting back and covering the full backs? If we do, let's say the ball goes from Sander Berge out to Anderson or Quensa. Is Bruno dropping down? Is Bruno going here? How are we going to stop them? Because there will be openings.
So this is
because you can't cover all the pitch.
No, your man mark Quensa, and your man mark what's his name, Harry Wilson. So you put Dalot and you put Shaw on Quensa and Wilson. You push them tight.
Okay, so you push them up, but then we will be overloaded in these areas.
No. Dalot on Quensa, Shaw on Wilson, and you push them tight.
Okay, so you want to do something like this?
No. Shaw on Wilson.
Yeah. Shaw is on Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Dalot on Quensa, tight. You push tight against them. Keep going. So he's tight against.
Oh, so
no. He's on Chukwueze.
Quensa is here.
No, sorry, Chukwueze. I mean,
yeah.
Push him tight there.
Chukwueze, yeah.
Ahmad is then got to play between, same as Cunha's got to play between Quensa and Robinson, and so is Cunha's got to play between Castagna and Anderson. So
I think our wingers will be really deep then. Because
they will be deep, but if you can push that out, and you can stop the ball going into Robinson for Castagna, and the same from Anderson to sorry.
But basically, you will drop Cunha and Ahmad into the midfield.
Where
have these four guys.
Yeah, where I'm
on the line.
Yeah, where I'm wanting them. That's exactly right. And then you've got Bruno, and you've got Mbeumo. Should be in. You can position those between. That's it. Should be able to stop the short pass into Iwobi or Smith Rowe or Castagna or Robinson.
So this is what we're doing. We are actually letting Quensa and Anderson be the ball carriers or the playmakers.
Correct. But if you put an arrow from Mbeumo to Quensa, and do the same for Bruno, put an arrow from Bruno to Anderson. That's it.
Okay.
That's it, and push it then into Berg. The same arrow into Berg from both of them.
So for me, the main job is just to block this pass.
That stops it. That stops it. So where you position them in that particular lane, you've got to force them wide. And once you force the ball wide, you just cut off the passing lane. So Bruno doesn't need to chase it. He just cuts off the passing lane. That's why I want it. Here's the best part about my little system there, Jarvis. Maguire can come in behind Jimenez, and Martinez can go in front of Jimenez potentially. That's it. Potentially, if we're in that position, that should stop them attacking us with pace. Should stop them attacking us with pace. Can I just say, ladies and gentlemen, this is just me and Jarvis just talking about what we would do. Michael Carrick is going to do nothing like this, and you'll see runners from. But that's how I would set up and try and press Fulham, or try and stop them getting out.
Yeah. Okay. I think the biggest problem is there won't be any transitions on this Fulham team, or not many. I think they will play in balance all the time, so it will be up to us to have the playing power, the strength of passing, technique, movement, opening up spaces. So it's up to us to create. They won't give us anything free, And also, if we gamble, you talked about, for example, Maguire against Jimenez or whatever, who starts as a striker.
they will try to hit us on the break.
Well, the reason I haven't got an issue
whenever
with that
they have the chance, and they have
yeah.
runners. One of the quickest guys in the Premier League, Chukwueze, always likes to run. Willing, same with Wilson, one of the informed players in the Premier League at the moment. I'm just saying.
No, but what you've got there though is we've got that as a static game. As that game evolves, as we start to go back into our half, then you're going to start to cut the areas off. Got no issue with Maguire and Jimenez in a foot race. Jimenez ain't that quick. Got no problem with that. If
Jimenez starts.
If Jimenez starts. I've got no problem with Martinez going up against Jimenez in terms of size because, he played Haaland well. And if I'm Dalot and I've got a quick Chukwueze, I'm going to be tight in an area there. And then if the ball starts to come across, I'm going to drop off. So I give myself enough space to catch him or stop him. So if we manoeuvre backwards and forwards like that, we should be okay in terms of transition. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Das comes in and say, it will be a different game. I think we will have a slot more off the ball, and I think this is where my point comes. I think we will see players like Mainu on the ball. He needs to create and he needs to find a pass. Because if, let's say, all the time Mainu is on the ball in the mid third and Bruno drops down to have the close proximity, who will go into the run? Because they will be balanced. There will be people here, so it won't be the same as against City or the open spaces against City or against Arsenal.
That's where Mbeumo's got to run the line. Whoever's playing as a nine, that's why I think Sesko's a better option.
Yeah.
For what you've just pointed out, Sesko is the better option for that. But it does take, the thing is though, when you put Sesko in, Jarvis, it takes the Ahmad's attack out, doesn't it? Ahmad is, for want of a better word, is unpredictable at best. And as well as I do, he can cut in his left foot and hit the top corner, no fucking problem. I mean, he's done it before, hasn't he? But he's equally there to get you a goal. And he's done it before. So the onus will be on the striker or Ahmad or Cunha, whoever it is going to play through the middle, whoever it is, to occupy and make the runs in behind. That's why I just think personally Sesko's
okay. So let's do it the other way. If you were Marco Silva and you were about to stop this Man United team, because you basically know what we are coming with.
Yes. So if I was Silva, I'd want Mbeumo playing. Strangely,
I would have forced this game to be just a midfield duo battle.
Yeah.
I would have split the centre backs wide. I will push the wing backs up high. I want to take the wingers inwards, try to overload the central area. Tell Leno always when you have the chance, play the ball long, and we will try to win the second ball.
Yes, because you're looking at the flick on, aren't you, from Jimenez?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. That would be my basic game plan if I was the Marcus Silva.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think ultimately when you look at football, and pace kills, doesn't it? We've seen it before. We've seen it so many times that pace kills. And Chukwueze but the thing with Chukwueze is he's dangerous to a certain extent, isn't he? But
he scored against Brighton. He had a brilliant cameo coming on.
But he's not what you call lethal. But he is he's one of those. He's a funny old player. But fucking hell, it wouldn't surprise me. I think Paul's come on and said, he might just put Bassi into bully. Ahmad or bully, Silva will do that. I think you're right. I think the team you picked is probably the one that will play. But the way that we're set up with that, Jarvis, we can come back as a unit. We can attack as a unit and come back as a unit. We don't do it, by the way. So I would like to see.
For me, I smell a draw. I smell a draw when I see a game like this. I know I'm a pessimist, but I still feel we lack the quality sometimes.
We do.
When it comes to breaking down teams, and something lacking. And I think Fulham will be up for it. That's just the thing.
I know what you're saying. because I know exactly what you're saying. What you're saying is we're going to be on the front foot, and then Harry Wilson's going to pop in with a goal in his left peg, isn't he?
Yeah, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I agree with you. I think we'll just be a little bit too strong for Fulham this week, and I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay.
I can see why you're picking a draw, by the way, mate. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Trevor comes in and say, Jarvis smells a draw. I always knew he had an animal instinct. Ruff.
Come on, guys, get your scores in. This is one of those where we're either going to be very, very right, aren't we, Jarvis, or we're going to be very, very wrong.
Well, Story comes in with a brilliant point. And this area here, Chukwueze, run in, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, but we're playing static football here. We're not playing fluid football, are we? Fluid.
No,
football.
but I'm just, yeah, I see something that worries me.
Yeah, but
extreme pace against Harry Maguire.
Yeah, but like I say, we're playing fluid football there. Again, if you're a right back and you're against a pacey player, you do want.
Yeah, but you know they will double up. They always double up. So Robinson will drag Dallo with him. There will be more space for Chukwueze. Robinson will overlap or underlap all the time.
Yeah, but that's where Ahmad's got to step in. That's where he's got to step in. That's where he's supposed to be. That's where he's got to step in.
So again, what I'm trying to say, I said the key will be the defensive play of Cunha and Ahmad. How will they choose? Will they move up on the wide splitted centre backs, or will they follow the wingers?
Depending on what.
I think the game plan will be to dilly-dally on the ball for Fulham, hope that we will open up, and then when the space is there, they will try to attack it. Double up on the wings, try to attack slow players as Harry Maguire, and they will most definitely try to attack down their left-hand side.
Yeah, but you'll know that, though, won't you, after 5 or 10 minutes?
Yeah, right away.
Let them have it. If they're going to dilly with it, let them have it. Don't put yourself in. I always say when I'm coaching, don't put yourself into a foot race you're going to lose. It's my motto. Never put yourself into a foot race you're going to lose. And we should. I know what you're saying because we don't identify it. By the way, footballers, we don't identify it, do we? Now, when was the last time Man United identified that we've been beaten for pace? Till it's too fucking late. We don't look at it. We don't, because Ahmad's lazy or Masari's lazy or whatever. Your point is well made, and actually, my old mate, I agree with you.
No, I'm only thinking out loud. That's what I'm doing right now. This is what I always do. I try to analyze football and thinking out loud, try out some things to see if they hold or not. I just throw it, see if it sticks on the wall, and if it sticks, okay. Well, if not, I was wrong. I don't care. It's not about being right or wrong.
I mean, you know me. I like to set up a balanced team from a defence and attack. I like to do that. But I don't. Sometimes we just don't work hard enough as a unit anyway. So in which case, Jarvis, my system would get fucking shot to pieces anyway. So there you go, mate. But I'm big enough.
Everyone's paying attention to this preview masterclass. Well, call it what you like.
Well,
call it what you like.
That's very kind. Thank you. That's very kind. But what we do here, by the way, me and Jarvis, we just speculate, don't we? All we do, isn't it? We just speculate.
If we talk football, we could might as well sit at the pub, have a pint, talk football.
Do we talk football or nonsense?
Well, I think it's somewhere in between. But at least you guys understand where we're coming from, and you've been around for a long time. So, Grace Sheridan, thank you so much for the super chat coming in and say, going forward, Cunha 9 and Mbeumo wide or vice versa.
Good question.
I think Mbeumo has better work rate. I think he's a better press player. So against better opposition, Mbeumo should always be the number 9. So the question is, what will happen to Mbeumo against a mid-low block?
I'm with you on that one, pal. I think Mbeumo's is a better suited 9. That's only because I think when we're absolutely desperate for somebody to take the ball deep into, the last 10 minutes, last 5 minutes of the game, plus injury time, deep in our half, Cunha can move us out, can't he? He always loses it, by the way, but he can get us up the pitch, can't he? So I'm with you. I think Mbeumo is the way. Don't know.
No. Boxing comes in and say Cunha can't play down that left, lads. He doesn't track back. He's defensively lazy, and he worries me a little bit. I think we will lose an element now with Ballon d'Or out with an injury. By the way, have there been any updates?
I've not heard anything. No.
The speculation of 10 weeks, but I think that's a little bit too much.
It's an interesting one. I mean, look.
I go with my first instinct, and that was 6 weeks.
I think you're probably on the mark there, pal. I think you're probably on the mark. Yeah.
I've seen it in rerun, slow motion, how it happened, and the way he reacted, Doggy reacted. So for me, it's not a tear. 100% it's not a tear. It's just a pull. And a pull, that's basically 6 weeks for me. So, but I'm no physio, so I don't know, but just my
the Danes in the World Cup.
I know they are in the playoffs now, so they have 2 in March. They have 2 games.
So he's going to want to be back for then, isn't he?
Yeah, but he shouldn't rush it. He shouldn't rush it. No, that's the worst thing you can do with the pulled hamstring. Definitely the worst. Paul comes in and say, "Where's the positivity?" It's like we've been shit for most of the last 13 years or something.
Nice one. Get your scores in, guys. Have we had any scores in?
We have a couple of scores. Trev comes in with this is positive, coming in and say, "I think we will win 5-1." And Mbeumo 2, Ahmad 1, and 1 for Bruno and Casemiro. Wow, he really thought about this answer.
Are you going for a 1-1 draw then, Paolo? Are you going for a high scoring draw? Because you went 2-2 Arsenal, didn't you?
Yeah. My gut feeling tells me it's going to be a 1-1. Yeah. Draw.
Well, that's what we drew at Craven Cottage, wasn't it? 1 apiece.
Yeah.
I actually think, and I've got no reason behind this, by the way. I think we're going to win 3-1. But I'm with you. I think Harry Wilson scores again because he got the winner, didn't he? Didn't he get the winner against Brighton?
He had the winner. No, was it Chukwueze? Chukwueze were the winner.
Did he score against Brighton?
He scored.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with 3-1. I'm going to go with.
No, Harry Wilson scored. Chukwueze scored the first one, and then
I thought Harry Wilson got the winner. I'm going to go with Mbeumo because I think you've got to back him to score. I'm going to go with Mbeumo. I'm going to go with 1-0 at half time, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. Sesko to come in, cameo, bang, pops one in with his golden noggin. I'm going to go 3-1. Mbeumo. I don't know for the second. Sesko.
I think Cunha will score again.
Yeah. Go on then. He's just a man with Cunha. So I'm going to go in Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko gets a third. I think we win 3-1 this time. I think it's going to be a fucking. I'm looking forward to it.
Maybe I'm wrong, even because when I think about why would our striker score against a solid mid-low block, there'll probably be some deep runs coming in. Casemiro will be the guy, someone who won't be marked and sneak in. Yeah,
Jarvis, you know what you're talking about, mate. You were close. I got lucky with the Arsenal match. You were close. I got lucky. When I chose the City and Liverpool results, I knew we were going to beat Liverpool. I just knew, mate. I knew we would beat Liverpool, and I thought we'd beat City. I knew it. Arsenal, I thought we'd win, but I thought we'd scrape it, and we did. But
Yeah.
you were fucking close, pal.
Yeah.
At 2-2. But look, picking scores is just luck anyway, isn't it? You can just pick a game out of the air. But do you think then at one apiece, do you think we'll score first or second? And who do you think scores?
Well, I think scoring first is instruments is vital. That's the thing.
Yeah, me too.
We need to score first. Could be hard to beat Fulham. And the thing with Fulham, they are a team in form and they have momentum.
Yes.
They are in good form. So even if we score first, they won't give up. That's the thing. And we've been up against Fulham before, and we know they know they can do this. They know they can turn the game around. So yeah. But I don't know when it comes to Marcus Silva. Maybe we'll just start with a regular 3-5-2 and play with 3 centre backs from the get-go.
With Bassi, for example, might just bring Bassi.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Okay. Well, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it though.
Soccer Junkie says 3-0. Big up. Soccer Junkie comes in positive. Rob, always United. Big up. Good to see you, Rob. Good to see you. We are on 50 likes, by the way, people. If you haven't, please do us a favor, smash the like. And let's see if there's any other score predictions. Casemiro header from Retro 77. Yes. And
I don't think we'll score from a corner, do you?
Paul comes in. Is 1-0. Yes. Maguire.
Big Harry. Big Harry. The noggin.
And Martinez gets sent off for a stupid foul in the middle of the park where he shouldn't be. Printed.
Well, he's likely to go in on Iwobi, isn't he?
Okay, it's down on paper, Paul.
Jarvis.
1-0. Okay, Maguire. Okay.
Big Harry.
Who else? Retro is positive. He's coming in and say we will go 2-0 up.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm there 3-1. I've been thinking it all week, my old mate. I was waiting for tonight. I've been looking forward to tonight, and I was looking forward to your face when I said 3-1.
I know that's I think everybody feels that we should win it. I'm just cautious. I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope that Carrick. The thing is, we don't know what Carrick can come with. Him and Holland. They can put up. They can start with it. Maybe they start with the 4-3-3 then. Maybe they start with Bruno in midfield with Manu both in 8s. Casemiro in the 6. Play with wide wingers.
4-4-2 maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
That's the thing.
If you weren't going to be so cautious, then take your cautious hat off. Where you going? Take your cautious hat off. Where you going?
How I think Carrick will do, or what his game plan will be.
If you weren't going to be so cautious, and you where would you go? I mean, just say you were on there and you popped in 4 chops.
The weak links is Robinson defensively, because he will bomb on. I would always think of telling Mbumo to drag right, overload with Ahmad, and maybe go with someone like Sesko in the middle. Double up on the right hand side. Bomb them with crosses, and hopefully one will stick.
If he did that, where you going score wise?
Yeah, I'm
trying to get you off the fence.
No,
I'm trying to get you off the barbed wire.
No. Okay. If he did that, if he went on trying to attack, play old style Man United, maybe even go with a surprise. Maybe play Shea Lacey from the start on the right hand side. Just surprise Marcus Silva, because he will have a thorough game plan. He would have thought of every little detail. Surprise him. Just do something unexpected and make him worried. Be on the front foot. It's Old Trafford. Sure, we can win the game 5-0. Everything can happen. Sesko, Shea Lacey,
Cunha. Has he got the crystal ball, ladies and gentlemen? Has he got the crystal ball?
I don't.
Do you know what? Can you imagine Sunday if he does that and we win 5-0? Shay Lacey scores, Sesko scores. You'll be there on Sunday, won't you?
Oh.
Yes,
No.
ladies and gentlemen. I've got my interview Monday.
Yeah. That will never happen. But by the way, I'm the same age as Marcus Silva, and maybe I'm older than Carrick. It's at least almost the same age.
Yeah, you're more handsome than both of those, pal. More handsome than both of those.
Thank you so much.
You are. Gracie says, and Gracie's coming with some more money. Thank you so much, my darling. I think if we get a winger and Xerxes leaves in the summer, which I agree with, I could see Cunha playing as a false 9 option. 3-0 United. Ballon Dallo hat-tricky.
Yes, get in there.
Ballon Dallo hat-trick. Oh, fucking that would be brilliant, Grace.
Yeah, but I think she's onto something. There will be a weak link behind. Castagne is much more like tucking in when they make it back 3. Robinson, he will bomb on.
He will.
So our right back will be key, and our right winger will be key when we attack.
I agree. Actually, I don't disagree with you there at all, mate. I agree with you on that one. I think it. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it, pal. I really am.
Yeah,
I really am.
I just want to say thank you to Grace for that lovely super chat. All the support we can get from the channel. It's super important. We spend the money back on the channel. We spend it on equipment, on the licenses for the programs, StreamYard, Canva, all of this.
Nothing goes in my pocket.
Stu has a little present coming over to him right now.
Oh, you managed to do it, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I will wait and see that. Jarvis has been deadly serious. We don't take a penny. Not a penny goes into our back pocket. It's not what we're about. Everybody, we're extremely grateful for the money that comes into the channel, and Jarvis uses it. I promise you, he uses it wisely. We don't see a penny, and that's how it should be.
But hopefully now Stu will have a proper mic, proper camera, HD, 4K, crystal crisp and clear.
Quite excited. I'm gonna have to find me paint the office. I got a mirror up in the office yesterday. Well, I like to look at myself occasionally, old mace. Give it a bit of.
And hopefully we can get a picture behind Stu, something, or a jersey or something. Man United-ish.
Wow, I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the wife has given me she's bought me one of the new Stone Roses.
Ooh,
tops.
The blue one.
Yeah, it's not arrived yet, but I've got that coming.
Wow.
Yeah. I've got some pictures. We're going to get some United stuff up. I think I've got to decide which colour to paint the wall yet. But I do need to do it. It's just time for me at the minute.
Well, we need to do a poll. I think the should decide what type of color you should have behind it, or you could just color it green and do a green screen stuff. You don't need any pictures.
No, I've got a brilliant Atari picture which has got some little cartridges in. That's got some of those. I've got a picture of some kid, the kids and that. So I've got a lot. They are. They are.
I'm laughing of Stephanie.
What would she put?
Mirror. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
What are you talking about, Steph?
I'm saying.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, that 4K camera is going to come in useful, John. I don't know what you're talking about, Steph. That's shocking. Dave was going to go there as well. We're on the ceiling,
last question of the night. I think it's time to wrap up the show. It's from the Primate comes in and say, does Lemons need competition?
Yeah, absolutely. And we don't have competition. That's true. David De Gea was at his very, very best when Romero was number 2. And we all knew that Romero could come in and play as number one. We all knew that. Every single one of us knew that. We've had some great competition with goalkeepers in the past. I always thought Van der Haar was excellent stopper. Did anyone see Vitek save the other day? By the way, he looks a talent. He really does.
Yeah.
They think it's save of the season.
Rade Vitek, brilliant player, and
yeah,
we can take him, but for his career, maybe he should just stay.
Bristol, isn't he? Bristol Rovers or City? Is it Bristol?
I never know the difference between City and Rovers.
One wears blue, a bit like Bristol Rovers, a bit like Blackburn Rovers. Actually, I think he's at one of them, isn't he? But yeah, Bristol City. Grace is coming. Yeah.
Bristol City.
Yeah, I thought he was there.
So he's born in 2003. How old is he then? He's 23. 23.
Yeah, he's a tiddler. He's
young. He's huge. He's a huge guy.
Big lad. But we've sent him out on loan a couple of times, haven't we? I think he's one for the future for sure. I would bring him back for next season, 100%, and move on by the. And yes, Lamens needs competition. It's a good question, actually. It's not something we've touched on, have we? And it's funny, we haven't spoken about the goalkeepers since Nana's gone and buying Ndiaye. We haven't really spoken about it. It's gone really quiet. We've got ourselves a steady keeper at the minute. You bring in Vitek as well. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. The more I think about that, the more because you could get Vitek to play in the cup competitions, couldn't you? FA
Let's
Cup.
say we go into Europa League next season, for example.
Europa
that will be 8 games Europa League at least, and then we have the cup competition. So we can promise Vitek, let's say, 10 to 12 games.
10 to 12 games. I'd bring him back. I would definitely bring him back. He looks a keeper. He does look a damn good keeper. I'll say. Fuck me, that's a really good question. Who asked that one?
The Primate.
The Primate, yeah, it's a good question.
Primate,
we haven't spoken about Lamens, have we, at all?
No, there's nothing to say. He's steady.
Yeah.
He's very good. I'm super happy. And the good thing with Lamens is, okay, he's not perfect, but he's so young. He will improve.
He's
Being a goalkeeper, in goalkeeping years, Lamens is like he's 16.
Well, look at when
most goalkeepers are in their prime, in their 30s.
32. Look at when Van der Sar came. He was amazing for us.
Yeah.
Schmeichel, we got young, didn't we? 24, 25.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we picked Schmeichel up quite young, I think.
He played for the Danish club Brøndby.
Yeah. Or however you pronounce it, yeah. Well, we got him from there. Yeah,
Brøndby.
Brøndby something. So no, I'm quite Lamens does, but that Vitek, I saw the save the other day. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. But Kovar is also a guy we could.
Yeah. What else have we got? It's a blessing not having a weekly pay. Not on the shit show. Paul Tobin, absolutely. Oh, it's having the week.
Moisturizer. No. Well, I'm still 48, so it is what it is.
Still a tiddler.
Still young. But you can see it if you, a lot of grace.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I'm looking. I have got great
dark hair, with locks.
You did have flowing locks, didn't you?
I did the Pirlo style. Del Piero.
You got that little band, didn't you? That little wispy band, whatever it's called.
Not good. Well, I think it's time to wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, we're done. It's been what we done? 2 hours.
2 hours. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a great show. I want to thank Grace for the 2 super chats. I want to thank Boxing Straight, Trevor, Paul, all of you guys, Retro77. Thank you all for your great comments. I read a lot of them. I will go back and I think it was a lot of fun stuff when we talked about the Chinese Prime Minister coming in. So I will go back and check out the live chat. And guys, do me a favor, leave a comment in the show after.
please.
It helps so much. And you can also hype now if you know how to do it. It also helps with the algorithms. So it's been a great show. Stu and I will be back Sunday night with the match reaction, or maybe Sunday afternoon. I don't know.
We've got a game this weekend, weather dependent, but we don't know if we've got the first team pitch or we're going to be relegated to Sunday yet. I don't know, so I'll keep you looped in. But probably Sunday evening, about 7 o'clock, I could do.
Sounds good. Sounds good. But guys, girls, press that bell notification and you will know when we go live next time. So thank you, everybody. Stu and I will be back Sunday. I don't know.
Me and Jarvis are at it again. At it again, aren't we? Thanks, Trev. That's very kind. I reckon we could probably do 7, couldn't we? Because we're a 2 o'clock kickoff. So
yeah, let's do it. Let's go 7. Okay, everybody. Have a good night.
Ladies.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.